Oh man, the intro is never long enough. This is Brother Hot Table coming at you live and direct from Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. You are now listening to Folktales for Grown Folks. I am the host, Brother Hot Tim, and this is a Heart of a Simple production, where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Listen, I am up and live, and I'm looking really forward to having this conversation tonight because this is, of course, another powerful folktale. We are in Black History Month. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's stuff in the news. There's stuff all over. Now, for those that don't know, I have to write down this title because I'm starting a news show. I'm going to do the news show as often as I possibly can. It's going to be called An Empire of Our Own. Alright, so I'm going to need some co-hosts, people willing to discuss the latest news, because I'm going to be posting all the news on the timeline, making certain people editors and administrators of the Gye-Nyame Journey page, because I just need I'm going to need some help with this, because it's like, yo, I don't think there's enough news going through our community, you know what I'm saying? Enough news where we breaking down stuff, right? So, before I even get into the folktales, let's look at what's going on in the news, right? Alright, so, now remember, I'm using two computers now. And in a minute, I am going to be able to link them together, and in a seamless fashion. It's going to be a powerful thing. So just bear with me. I'm going down through. All right. So Egyptian military calls toddlers life sentence for murder a mistake. So in Egypt, they giving life sentences for murder even to toddlers. All right. You know, we won't go into that one. all that much. All right. Beyonce Formation Tour. Minister Louis Farrakhan of the Nation of Islam, of course, offers the fruit of Islam as security for her, which is a brilliant move. A brilliant move. I figured something like that would happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that an elder like Minister Farrakhan would not allow for this sister to go out on tour. I mean, even though she be going on half naked, he ain't gonna allow her to go out there like that and allow these cops to kind of disrespect her when her message wasn't even all that strong. I mean, compared to Kendrick Lamar, I mean, she was speaking in sign language to people who had no idea what sign language is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's keep it real, you know? So I'm gonna move it on. Okay. For those that want to follow the news, hold on, and those that might want to join the call, hit me up at 614-556-4535. Once again, that's 614-556-4535.
The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel reward. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
All right, for those that are interested in nation building in this way, you know what I'm saying? When every time you pay your electric bill, every time you pay your gas bill, you want to make sure that the money is going back to nation building, because that's what we are. You can hit us up at Gye-Nyame.com. I mean, my fault. Yeah, actually, Gye-Nyame.com. We own that. You can hit me up on that. Hit me up at Hatim at Gye-Nyame.com. Also, for those that just want to go to the site and check out what we offer, go to Gye-Nyame at Gye-Nyame.energy526.com. Or you could just call us at 614-594-9422. We could look up your area and tell you exactly how much money we could save you. That's right. I'm saying that wherever you are, we could save you some money. And in saving you money, right, you'll be paying your bill knowing that a portion of what you pay is coming back to an organization that's working in the community. So, hey, I mean, I can't make it no better than that. I can't make nation building any easier than that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you want if you want it easier than that. It's painless, right? So now, back to the news. But hold on, I want to do something real quick. All right, so I'm throwing the beat down, you know. Let me give you some of the future shows. We're going to have a new show called The Empire of Our Own, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get people motivated to build. We got to start building. We got to stop talking. We got to start building. YouTube, these places where we could podcast, they give us the ability to do something that our ancestors never had the ability to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can actually reach a whole bunch of people at one time. I mean, you know, Marcus Garvey was printing, had to actually print papers and mail them all over the world. We had the ability to not even worry about this, yo. You know what I'm saying? And we could do some major stuff, so let's get busy, right? So now, we start a new show called An Empire of Our Own, where we're going to be discussing the news. We're going to look at some of the stuff that's hot in the news, and we're going to be discussing it. We're going to be discussing some of y'all fuckery, too. Some of y'all that's listening, some of y'all fuckery is going to pop up. And you can be able to call into the show just like now. Hit us up at 614-594-9422. Now, also in the news, we have, I want to introduce you to the newest STD. Now, for those that want to follow the news timeline, right, that I'm doing, the news that I'm be pulling from is going to be coming from Gye-Nyame Journey, right? It's going to be coming from the Gye-Nyame Journey Facebook site. So go to facebook.com/GyeNyameJourney.com. Now I'm eventually going to change the Gye-Nyame Journey to G and J, but right now it's Gye-Nyame Journey. So feel free to join us. There's a new STD I want to introduce you to, and the name of the new STD is Zika. I mean, damn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and not only is it affecting you and affecting your mate, it's affecting your baby. It's giving your baby a little head. You know what I'm saying? That the brain is going a Doberman picture head. I hate to say it. You know what I'm saying? It's a Doberman picture head. You know, Doberman pictures heads only get so big, and eventually their brain outgrow their bone size. At least that was what we was told. And then they'll go crazy, right? That's basically what this venereal disease does. Lord knows what Zika does to your body, but now you get it transmitted. CDC investigating 14 new reports of Zika transmission through sex. Man, come on now. Another STD? Damn. Now you got to worry about Zika. You got to worry about AIDS. You got to worry about gonorrhea, the new super gonorrhea, the new super syphilis. And now you got Zika, you know. I don't know why y'all out there having sex with mosquitoes. I just don't understand it, because I thought Zika came from mosquitoes. Now you telling me people out there having sex with mosquitoes? I'm sorry. I had to say that. All right. On to the next. All right. Next in the news. Let's discuss true or false. I want your thoughts on this. The Clinton legacy is black impoverishment. So why are we still voting? This is an article that's in theroot.com by Michelle Alexander. Real good. Oh, man. Michelle Alexander is the sister that wrote the new Jim Crow, I think. Wow. We got to check that out. Let's go and look into that. I know a lot of y'all didn't check that because I got that reached 6 people. Now, when y'all like the articles on my Facebook page, I would appreciate it if you would take the time to like it. You know what I'm saying? I reached 6 people, but now I want to see how many people like it, right? Let's go and look at this one a little bit more in depth, because Michelle Alexander is dope. Those that are not familiar with Miss Michelle Alexander, you're about to get real familiar with her quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for some of my co-hosts to come on, but if not, we're going to kick it anyway, all right? So here we go. The Clinton legacy is black impoverishment. All right? From crime bill to welfare reform policies that Bill Clinton enacted and Hillary Clinton supported, decimated. I got to stress because that's how she wants us to say it. Decimated black America. Let's go and read into this a little bit. We ain't gonna read all this because it's small writing, and I know it. Hillary Clinton loves black people, and black people love Hillary, or so it seems. Black politicians have lined up in droves to endorse her, eager to prove their loyalty to the Clintons in the hope that their faithfulness will be remembered and rewarded. Black pastors are opening their church doors, and Clintons are making themselves comfortable at home, once again engaging effortlessly in all the usual rituals associated with courting the black vote. Understand that y'all nothing but votes, right? Now, I'm not going to read this whole article, but Michelle Alexander is an excellent writer. If you have not read her book, The New Jim Crow, you need to go and check that out, because it breaks down the effect of the Clinton era on black folks. You know what I'm saying? Because those of you that don't know, Bill Clinton put more black men in prison than any other president. Y'all can talk about Ronald Reagan, but I made it through college on Ronald Reagan and Bush. I'm just gonna be honest. Be mad at me if you want. Be mad at me if you want. But I made it to college. My money didn't stop and didn't dry up until Bill Clinton. I'm just being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Bill Clinton locked up more of us than almost any other president, if not more than any other president. All right, but I'm gonna leave that alone. You know, Bill Clinton is the one that got tough on crime. Y'all remember that? Right? But, you know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of y'all might not want to come to Gye-Nyame Journey for the realness. But this is what it's about, man, because I got to get y'all to start thinking. We got to stop giving away our vote. We got to stop giving away our money. We got to stop, you know what I'm saying? No longer can we allow ourselves to be sold? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get rid of all the fuckery, buffoonery, and white magic. We gotta get all that. We gotta get all that off our back. All right, now back to what we was talking about. So I get to the folk tales for the day. Once again, oh my God! All right, so I'm working with this new program. Okay, it's moving slow. You know, I got this old Gateway computer. I updated the software, and I got Chromium running on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's moving it's called Cloud Ready. It's moving very slow. So y'all know, I mean, Cloud Ready, you need to go on and give me an update or something so I can give y'all some good words. You know what I'm saying? And I need my Adobe Player to start activating on this. I don't understand what's going on. Now it's gonna move slow. Look at this. Look at this shit here. I mean, I'm really trying. I'm trying. All right. All right. So I got to go back to the good old faithful. The good old faithful. Right? Let's go on back to the good old faithful. Man. All right, so now my cloud ready computer is moving slow, so I got to go back to my regular up and ready one. Let me check my Uber conference to make sure nobody popped up in on the call. Oh, now the computer froze. Wow. That is so whack. That is so whack. So I apologize to anybody that's trying to call in. Now, you can still call in to 614-556-4535. I'll still be able to pick it up on my cell phone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's up with the computer. Computer done froze. So what we're going to do is I'm going to keep on going through the news, and then I will run through this piece by myself. Those that are interested in supporting the journey, but you don't want to necessarily do the energy route, you know, for those that want to support us, but need a way to do it, become a Patreon for Gye-Nyame Journey. Go to Patreon, patreon.com/GNJ. Check out all the stuff check out the stuff we offering. If you like it, come become a Patreon. I mean, as little as $1. I don't care. You know, $5 you know what I'm saying? You know, just donate a little something to, well, ain't even donate, pay, so that we going to keep this thing going. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all and say that what I'm doing is going to get you tax free. All right, I got another post to say, what say you on this point? Do you agree Hillary Clinton should ask for Black America's forgiveness before she come and ask us for our vote? You know what I'm saying? Those you'd agree with that, you know, I mean, let's chop it up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm here, I'm waiting for somebody to call in. Let's get the conversation popping, right? John Kasich wants to regulate public schools and lower requirements for teachers. Man, I can't wait for the teacher to get on this one. I really can't wait for the teacher to get on this call, right? Because basically what's going to happen is that she's going to chew this one up. And, you know, because this is more up her line, up her field than mine. So I'm going to call in on my phone because I don't understand the foolishness of what's going on with this. The number for those that don't know is 614-556-4535. Once again, 614-556-4535. So since the computer froze, I'm going to take the thing out. I'm going to keep it moving. So now, I'm going to pull up my Uber conference app, see where I'm at in the process. I appreciate those that's listening. There we go. Cool. All right. So, got that up. All right. So now, John Kasich wants to deregulate public schools, low requirements. Now, John Kasich is a governor in Ohio. I want you to check it out. You know what I'm saying? What's the pluses and the minuses to this plan? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what does it mean? I mean, really, what does it mean? And really, what I want to do is provide a show like this so that we can talk about, you know, what does something like this mean? What do you mean deregulation? I didn't know schools was really regulated all like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I set up the deregulation search on my Google, I didn't expect for it to come up with something for education. I was looking at deregulation of energy because that's the business I'm in. But they come up with deregulation of schools in Ohio. And also, he's going to lower the amount of money that that the schools receive from the state. Interesting. All right, backward hustling. That's what I call it. All right. How sneaker culture has changed in the past 10 years. So there's a whole article on that. How many responses? I only got one person reached on that. But, you know, whoever thought that you would be able to make the type of money that some of these people are making trading these sneakers, you know what I'm saying? Is climate change still a debatable topic? Drought, it says, drought due to climate change is threatening nearly all forests in the United States. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Now, this is one I like. You know, only one person. Of course, I'm the nerd. Looks like my great-grandchildren will be able to go on vacation in Mars. NASA's Philip Lubin developing a laser-based photonic propulsion system. This is a propulsion system that will use lasers to push however they got it, the satellites or whatever to Mars in less than 3 days. Depending on how big it is, from 3 days to a month. You know what I'm saying? So in a minute, we're going to be making intergalactic trips. Can you believe it? So just like my grandparents, think about this. Just like my grandparents saw us going from not flying to flying across the world, I may go from watching us not flying into interstellar space to us flying back and forth in interstellar space. And some of y'all might be alive for that. Wow. Some of us might be dancing on the space shuttle, shooting out to Alpha Centauri, dancing on that space shuttle, just like that old woman was dancing for joy that she got to meet the first black president. That's dope. Only in America, right? Can you think about something like it? All right. Now check this out. Those of you that's looking for a job, NASA was taking applications. They had only 14 openings for astronauts, but 18,300 people applied for the astronauts, right? And, you know, the one question I had to ask is, do they take felons? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got a felony, will you automatically be dropped, you know? And if so, you know, we need to look into that, you know, because I think some felons might make some good space explorers, you know? If they run into aliens, you know, you never know. You're going to need a felon up there with you if you run into some strangers. You know what I'm saying? That want to act funny, you know? You know, felon don't mind bringing the heat. You know what I'm saying? You run into one of those dudes that Arnold Schwarzenegger ran into on you know, the Hunter dude. You need somebody. You need a felon. You know what I'm saying? The felon gonna bring it to him, right? Felon ain't gonna, you know, felon's gonna bring it to him. It ain't gonna be even an issue, right? Got to learn how to use humanity in the way that humanity was meant to be used. You got warriors, you got killers, you got thinkers, you got talkers. You need to learn how to put your chess pieces in their proper place. That's part of the issue with our community. All right, coming soon on YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel. I'm gonna give you the address for our YouTube channel. Hold on. Give you the address for our YouTube channel. It should be Gye-Nyame Journey, you know, YouTube, but whatever. I'm gonna make sure you get the right one, because I want all those that are involved with Gye-Nyame Journey. I want you to be able to get the right information. All right, is my channel. Boom. Just look up Gye-Nyame Journey on YouTube. All right, Gye-Nyame Journey on YouTube. Right. Boom. All right, I'm gonna post this up so that y'all can see it. You can follow us on YouTube. But I want you to pay attention, because coming soon, I'm going to have my video, No Sacrifice, No Group. No family, no tribe, no clan, no city, no nation. That ain't the whole title. The simple title is No Sacrifice, No Group. I want y'all to be looking for that, because sacrifice is very important, because we are the only people that for some reason think that we could get to where we want to be without taxing ourselves, without making the necessary sacrifices as a group. Every group got to make sacrifices, and every group had a smaller group of individuals that made sure that was able to make those sacrifices. And we need to go and formulate those groups. You know what I'm saying? In every city, there needs to be a small group making sure that all of us are singing, well, at least singing similar songs. Damn, you know what I'm saying? But the piece is, we all want to do as thou wilt. And I already had a show about that. You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure that everybody understand that when we talk about doing as thy wilt, what we're talking about is some stuff that all of y'all say that y'all not part of. A lot of y'all say y'all not part of the Illuminati and all that. But that's all Illuminati stuff. You know what I'm saying? All that. All right, but I'm going to get off of that, So now let's get back to our... So we have some water. We had water issues in Flint, Michigan. I don't want to overshadow that. So we need to talk about that. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But India is having a similar issue. But it is not necessarily because of the pipes. It's because you have people that are protesting. You know what I'm saying? Because in India, they still have a caste system, right? And you have a certain caste system that is upset because they are not receiving the jobs that they feel they should be receiving. They want to be put on a list of disrespected caste so that they can make sure that everybody in their community is working, right? All right. So now, back to Flint, Michigan. Just a salute to the teacher out there. For those that want to join the show, hit me up, 614-556-4535. If you have some news, I hope that I pray that you call in and share. If you have comments on the news, hit me up. All right. I don't have to do 2 shows tonight. I just have to do this show. I'm going to try to be coming to you and providing the news for you on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're trying to build an empire of our own. That's the name of the show, an empire of our own, right? So go and get your stake in this empire, right? So now, Snyder aid, financial focus led to crisis in Clint. So, one of the issues in Flint, Michigan, as I understood when I read the article, and like I said, I read quick, you know what I'm saying? So some of y'all might need to correct me, that the way that Flint is today is a result of someone trying to run the government like a business. When in a sense, the government is not a business per se. It's a business in the same way that a family is a business, right? And you can't treat your children like widgets. You understand what I'm saying? You can't treat your family like widgets. You know what I'm saying? It won't work. You can't treat your family like employees. It don't work. You know what I'm saying? But yet it still is an institution. The family is still an institution, but it takes a certain type of management. Now, your boy Donald Trump wants to run the country like a business. And the result of that, one example of trying to run a government like a business ended up with Flint, right? Because, of course, business people want to cut costs. That's the bottom line of business. Make money. How do you make money? By cutting costs. You know what I'm saying? I need to underpay the workers. I need to get cheaper materials. I need to find ways to cut costs, because when I cut costs, right? When I cut cost, I make money, right? Because that's more money coming to me, right? And, of course, your boy Donald Trump feel he could do it a lot cheaper than everybody else, right? Because he's the best businessman in the world. So he say. All right. U.S. government, next to the news, U.S. government, Apple takes encryption case to court of public opinion. So Apple is, in a sense, coming to you or putting the information out to you to let you know that the government is putting pressure on them to do what they say they wasn't going to do. They're going to end up having to do it, because it's going to go beyond just San Bernardino if it hasn't already reached beyond that. I'm just letting you know Apple is going to have to ban, unless some of those higher ranked individuals are really willing to go to jail for this. which would be a hell of a statement. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that the San Bernardino is going to move to the state, that it's going to move to the country. You know what I'm saying? Is demanding that Apple hacks its phone. And those that don't understand why Apple is not hacking the phone, you really need to look into this, because once they start hacking into phones, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Let's say you don't pay child support, but you got a phone. What, they gonna be able to hack your phone because the court ordered them to? No, you know what I'm saying? You lose stuff a small little bit of time. A lot of y'all think it's all about the big gains. It's not about the big gains. It's about the small gains. You know what I'm saying? It's about the incremental gains. That's what this running the world game is about. It's not about getting the big lump sums. It's about getting the incremental fees over a long period of time, because that stacks up to a lot. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't have to see that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's go down a little bit more through the news. Of course, you know I always got to put something about meditation. You know what I'm saying? The question I ask, do you have a meditation practice? If not, you know what I'm saying, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? You go, you know what I'm saying, I got something to help you with the meditation. Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? This only reached 3 people. Now, y'all could do better than that. You do better than that. You share some of these articles that I'm posting up here. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on, fam. What's going on out there? I done helped a lot. You know, what the hell? You know? All right. There's a surprisingly simple way meditation appears to change the brain. Meditation has been shown to change the brain. I mean, do you understand? Do you understand that? Meditation changes the brain, yo. I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? Meditation can actually change your brain. By sitting down, being quiet, and focusing your attention, it can change your brain. It can shift the very way you think. And that's an incredible concept for me. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's a life changer for some of y'all, but let's keep it moving. All right, so we done. Oh, okay, my fault. Trump suggests Cuba takes over Guantanamo fees, right? I don't know. Sometimes I'm listening to Trump, and I don't know whether he just saying stuff to get you excited or whatever. I mean, but I want you to think about some of the stuff you're saying, right? But also in this article, you can find it on his bigstory.ap.org. I want y'all to check it out, because in there it lists how much the United States government pays Cuba to rent Guantanamo Bay, because we rent Guantanamo Bay. I want you to look at the lease agreement. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like America just be pimp slapping everybody around the world, you know. And you know, I hope y'all know that eventually that's gonna have to stop. People gonna get sick of getting pimp slapped. You can't pimp slap somebody all the damn time and expect them to just, hey, I'm gonna just take it. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm gonna take these slaps. Mega's pimp slapping everybody around the world. You know, it's gonna have to stop. But look, you know, all right. So I'm done. I'm done with the news. So now we're about to get into what we came here for, right? About to get into what we came here for. So get your mind ready. Get your mind right. We about to jump in. We about to jump into. We about to do this thing, right? We about to go and we about to do some. As I call it, wisdom mining. We're going to pick this folktale apart, right? So the one that we're going to be working on today is called The Ass and the Frog. The Ass and the Frog. Are y'all ready? All right. An ass carrying a load of wood passed through a pond As he was crossing through the water, he lost his footing, stumbled and fell, and not being able to rise on account of his load, groaned heavily. Some frogs frequenting the pool heard his lamentation and said, "What would you do if you had to live here always as we do? When you make such a fuss about a mere fall into the water." And the moral is, men often bear little grievances with less courage than they do large misfortunes. Right? Let's look at the lesson in that. We're gonna come back to that, but I want y'all to. I'm gonna slow down for a second and let you go and digest that for a minute, right? Once again, y'all ready? The ass and the frogs. We got. I'm gonna hold off on that, man. Oh man. An ass carrying a load of wood passed through a pond. As he was crossing through the water, he lost his footing, stumbled and fell, and not being able to rise on account of his load, groaned heavily. Some frogs frequenting the pool heard his lamentation and said, "What would you do if you had to live here always as we do? When you make such a fuss about a mere fall into the water." I mean, now let's talk about this issue here. Hold on, somebody else said somebody. Oh, I'm on the line. I got two people on the line. All right. So let's look at this issue here. The moral of the story is basically, men often bear little grievances with less courage than they do large misfortune. So we just was joined by Brother D. I was just joined by Brother D. He must have waited for me to do all the news so he could get in on the conversation. What's up, Brother D? What's going on? All right. So just for those, which one? For the Periscope? Now I ain't get a chance to check that out yet. I'm gonna check it out. And I'll probably do a YouTube piece on that one. But right now we busting into. I just read the folktale, and I got done going through the news. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for a good conversation. So I might have to cut this show and split it in half, because now what I'm doing is I'm covering more news. So anybody out there, like I said, right now, I'm looking for commentators on the news. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm doing a news show, and check out the name of the news show. Did you hear the name of the news show? It's called An Empire of Our Own. I found it's a title of a book about the Jewish control of Hollywood, and the name of the book is called An Empire of Their Own. So I decided to call a news show that we got An Empire of Our Own. You know what I'm saying? So I think we really need to have a intelligent talk going on about some of the things in the news. And then we can always bring it back around to the lessons that come from the folk tales. Once again, for those that want to support what we're doing on the journey, right? You can either get a membership, go to tribe.gyenyame.com, and you can have a monthly membership with us, and there's certain benefits with that. But also, those that are interested in just supporting us, you know what I'm saying, as far as the podcast and all the work that we do in general, you go to patreon.com/GNJ. Right? You click that in, it'll take you straight to the page where we talk about all the stuff that we do, and you become a Patreon. You know what I'm saying? A Patreon, a rich person that supports us. And you don't have to be rich nowadays to be a Patreon. You know what I'm saying? To be you know what I'm saying? You can throw down that bread and help us keep this thing rolling, right? So now, I'm going to read it for your sake, Brother D, and we're going to get into it. An ass carrying a load of wood passed through a pond. As he was crossing through the water, he lost his footing, stumbled and fell, and not being able to rise on account of his load, groaned heavily. Some frogs frequenting the pool heard his lamentation and said, What would you do if you had to live here always as we do, when you make such a fuss about a mere fall into the water? And the moral is, men often bear little grievances with less courage than they do large misfortunes. So, another announcement for those that want to join us, hit us up at 614-556-4535. Also, in a minute, right, I found out how to do it at a reasonable rate. I will be able to integrate the conversation and the show. So it's about to go down, man. It's about to go down. This is one of the last times that I'm going to have two shows going on at one time. So you ready? You want to hit it first? I'm going to let you hit it first because I did the news. You got to earn your paycheck. See, he going to be one of the ones that's getting paid, right? Right now, he's getting love, but in a minute, he's going to get cash, right? So go ahead, explain what you mean. Ooh. You talking about when somebody older is in this, like, for example, here's a perfect example. Going back to what you're saying. I had a discussion with a younger dude over the weekend about Beyonce's her performance, and the dude told me that I missed it basically because I was, in a sense, too old. Right? I'm the mule walking through the water, and I fell down in the water, and I'm complaining, I don't see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The little dude like, man, hey, man, you don't see what's going on because you're not in this swamp anymore. You know, you don't live in this swamp. You know what I'm saying? I see this every day. I understand what she's saying. I didn't understand it. I still don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what all the fuss is over that. But also, you brought up a good point for me with like you said, with the weightlifter having to do something smaller, or that we would consider smaller, but it still took the same amount of skill. But because he was in somebody else's arena, he couldn't compete. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing like when I was younger, man. I remember I was in a math class, and I just started coming into feeling good about my math skills because we was doing stuff based on tens. I mean, and I got that. I got that. You know what I'm saying? And I felt real good about what I was doing. And then so because my confidence was up, you know what I'm saying, I was knocking that math out. It was a 5th grade. I never forget it, man. I went from being just a new student to being one of the top math students in the class, right? And then all of a sudden, we had to go and start doing we went from centimeters to inches. And the very same measurements, I started getting them wrong. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get them. I couldn't adjust. You know what I'm saying? Or I wouldn't adjust because I was so used to it coming easy to me that I couldn't I couldn't wrap my mind around it. I didn't want to wrap my mind around it because it was a little bit, I felt it was too difficult. You know what I'm saying? The teacher kept trying to tell me, he said, look, all you got to do is apply the same focus that you apply with understanding the centimeters, man. You got this quicker than anybody else. I'm surprised that you can't get the inch thing. I'm like, oh man, 12. I went from a base of 10 to a base of 12. I'm like, oh man, it threw me all the way off, but it was just a small change. Man. And, you know, that goes to one of the shows that I often do, you know, small changes. You know what I'm saying? It's just the little small things that throws us off. Those of us that play basketball or those of us that play football, you know what I'm saying? We could be doing a move and think that we have to make a major change, but it's not even a major change. It's just, you know what I'm saying, we got to flick our wrist a little bit more, or we got to plant our foot before we make a cut. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that little small thing that throw the whole thing off, and we complaining and we can't get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way of a lot of our lives. But man, I mean, you can't let me just roll on and on, man. You better say something. Oh. Now, one of the key pieces that I like about this saying is, when you look at the moral, it says, men often bear little grievances with less courage than they do large misfortunes. You know what I'm saying? This is basically pointing out that we do better with large misfortunes. It's almost like, because we could see the large misfortunes, because, you know what I'm saying, it's the small things that throw us off. It's the small things that mess us up. You know what I'm saying? It's the small things that cause us to stumble. You know what I'm saying? And we got to stop. We got to stop letting the small things, because this what the ass was going through was actually a small thing. It wasn't nothing major. He just fell down in the goddamn water. All you gotta do is cut the bricks off his back. He was gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do was cut the thing off his back. He was gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? But the ass is down there screaming, "Oh, woe is me!" You know, for such a small thing. And the frogs is like, we live in this. It's sort of like those movies where they have a poor individual that is thrust into a different situation, and because he come from a situation that is super hard to him, it's now hard for him. You know what I'm saying? He's able to adjust. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's able to get it. You know what I'm saying? But you take somebody from that had an abundance of something, and you put them in a place where they have less. it's harder for them to adjust. You know what I'm saying? It's harder for them to be successful in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as human beings, we have mastered the skill of dealing with large transformation, large changes. In fact, we have trained ourselves to only see and accept the large changes. But when it comes to the small ones, we hinder ourselves because our vision won't allow us to really be able to adapt with it, because it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be this tedious. It shouldn't be this hard. I shouldn't have to focus like this. But shit. Everything is best. Wow. And that gets back to what we were saying at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, right, because we look at these, the translation I'm using is by George Fowler Townsend, but this is not the only translation. You're going to run into different translations, and different translations are going to bring different things out. Different little small tweaks. You know what I'm saying? Because that one was like, the donkey just fell into a quagmire and is just screaming and crying like, oh, my heart is gonna break. And for the frogs, this is something small because they've been there all this time. They adjusted. Come on, man, you crying about this shit? I've been here all the time. And really, so looking at it from the frog perspective, sometimes we think, because we gotta teach the kids this. What may be easy for you may be difficult for somebody else, because it was difficult for the frog. I mean, for the ass to get up. The ass, first off, is not used to wetland, and then he's not used to being in the water. So it's a little bit different it's a lot different for the ass than it is for the frogs. Huh. That's right. I mean, because it takes a lot of patience to teach somebody step by step. How do you teach the ass to get up out the quagmire? How do you teach the ass how to swim when first off the ass is about 1,000 times bigger than you, right? You know what I'm saying? Some of us work with asses. We know how difficult they are. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell the ass nothing. The ass will, even if you was giving the ass advice to save his life, the ass is gonna mess up. Somehow that ass is gonna figure out how to drown itself in that damn water. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I'm gonna do is, because we have hit almost the 10 o'clock hour, I'm gonna shut it down so I go and get some sleep, because I'm getting sleepy. I gotta do tribal quotes tomorrow. I'm trying to do a little news show prior to jumping into tribal quotes. So be on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. Go to facebook.com/GYENYAMEJOURNEY/ Gye-Nyame Journey. Go to Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook. Look us up, like us. You know what I'm saying? And let's build. Those that want to support us with the energy, right? Go to facebook.com Gye-Nyame Journey Energy, right? Support us. Let's build. So this is Brother Hot Tim. Of course, y'all know this is Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Peace. This is a Heart of December Productions. We strive to blow up your old paradigm.